stream.
Yes.
Hey everyone, this is Andrew from Visions TV Online. I hope you are doing really well. I am back here with another interview with an artist who she's been in the UK for a bit, but she was born in New York and she was raised in Trinidad and Tobago, and she landed herself in the UK and she worked, she became a part of the LCGC choir. This lady has been doing her thing in the music scene. She's also been a presenter on True Life Promotions back in the day. So she's not a stranger to the UK, although that she's a New York native, born and raised, I've got to speak to her a little bit behind the scenes, and she still seems like she's got a little bit of an American twang to her. But although she's been in the UK for quite a while, but we're going to get into that. So we're going to find out about this artist. And listen, this artist is amazing. And she's doing really well for herself. And her name is called Kalisha J. Kalisha, how are you doing?
I am doing so well, Andrew. Thank you so much for that amazing intro and welcome.
No worries.
I was just laughing when you were talking. I was like, this is going to be fun.
Well, welcome. And
Thank you for having me.
Listen, I know we're here to talk about your new release, but let's get to know about you. I know I just kind of gave people a brief synopsis about who you are. You have been in the UK, you have been working with people in the UK, but tell me more about you. What do you do during the day now? Because you're in the UK at the present time, is that right?
Yes, I am. I'm right. Okay, I'm in Kent, actually. Yeah.
So whereabouts are you in the UK right now?
In Kent.
In Kent. Okay,
yeah.
So you're at the outskirts. Okay. And what's it like being back in the UK since you've been back?
To be honest with you, the UK is home now. It's my adopted home. So yeah, it's being back home pretty much. Yeah. Nothing too different, but yeah, I think we've been hopefully you as well, and your viewers as well have all been coping in the midst of this pandemic. That's my hope for everyone, that we've all been coping and we're alive, we've got strength, and we're here today. Pretty much.
Oh, cool. So what is it that can you tell me, what is it that you miss about New York?
I'm not gonna lie, I actually miss New York food. The food is different, the portions as well. Wow. That's what I really miss. I miss the supersized portions of everything. Yeah. That's what I miss. Yeah, definitely.
Cool. And what is it that you would love to take from the UK to New York if you had the chance?
Oh, that's a good question. I would probably, take I would take because I'm adopted British now, I would take maybe our stiff upper lip, or our ability to cue. That's what I would take. New Yorkers, honestly, we do not play. If you're in our way, you need to move. But over here, everyone is so polite, and even though there's order, people queue for a long time, whereas in New York, we probably push somebody out the way, straight up. Straight up. So that's what I would take.
Well, like I said, is that I know that you've been in the UK and you say you're UK adopted now, and you said that we said that you was part of the LCGC choir, and what made you feel that you needed to be in the UK, and this is the place that you're going to make your home and be a part of the culture of the UK?
To be honest, in a nutshell, I did not actually even plan to stay in the UK. Originally, you touched on it a little bit about, me being in Trinidad and Tobago and stuff like that. My mom is a professor. She's a lecturer. And as well as that, she did some work for the UN. So we were fortunate to be able to move around quite frequently. It was a little bit tricky, but that's how we ended up in the UK. I was meant to actually study medicine. However, a few tricky situations happened, and the short version of it is that I ended up staying here out of, how can I say, not necessarily out of choice, but out of necessity. But it worked out in my favor because, the UK is where I've literally got into a more professional, excuse me, my phone is actually going off. It's actually telling me the time that I need to to post stuff on Instagram. Speaking of professional.
Wow, this is what we're talking about. Artists are actually scheduling their posts to go out. I love that.
Yes, I have my post scheduled. So that was my 8:45 to post at 9 p.m. Alarm. But I put that on silent. But as I was saying, the UK has really opened the door for me on a professional level. You mentioned about LCGC. I was doing sessions before I joined the choir. I actually had to end up joining the choir because we were doing sessions, me and a few others, we were doing sessions through the choir's agency without actually being in the choir. And they were like, nah, that can't run. So, so I ended up, formally auditioning for the choir, and it was an amazing opportunity. I think LCGC is, of course, London Community Gospel Choir. It is one of the most formidable choirs in the UK, hands down. I don't care what anyone says. My loyalty is there for life. And I think they were really like pioneers and still continue to do amazing work. And I will always be grateful for the opportunity that I was given. I mean, I personally ended up being able to travel to places like Russia, Norway, Germany, different French Guyana as well on tour, as an LCGC member, and I sang lead. And of course, I was also a choir member as well. So through the session agency of LCGC, I was able to get backing vocal session work as an individual and part of the collective, doing work for Leona Lewis, Sam Smith, Madonna. Who else did we go on tour with? Michael Bublé, to name a few people. So like I said, LCGC for life.
Wow. Yeah, that's amazing. And that kind of just like solidified you just to be like adopted into the UK culture, the UK sound, etc. And obviously that meant a lot to you.
It definitely means a lot, especially because I think not being a Londoner or someone British, and you can hear that right away. It's not something you can hide. To be accepted, into the choir, but also just generally in the music industry has been fantastic, and something I'm really, really grateful for. And I am definitely hoping that as my release comes out, that welcome is extended, not just in the UK, but like worldwide. We're trying to take this thing worldwide, 100%. But of course, we got to start from home.
Definitely. And now you're just talking about your new release, which is going to be coming out in the next couple of weeks. And the name of the track is called G.O.D. So tell us about how did that actually come about, the track G.O.D.?
G.O.D. G.O.D. was written, actually, realistically, I had the lyrics a few years back. I'm a type of writer, I could be walking down the street, I could literally be in Tesco, and I would hear, I would hear either lyrics or I would hear like melodies in my head, and I would take my phone out and record it right then and there. I don't care who's around, I don't care who's watching. For me, that is my time where I know that is a song that's been dropped in my spirit. So I'm like, yep, I've got to do this right here, right now. And G.O.D. was one of those songs. I was going through a lot at the time. I was going through a lot of personal issues, relationship issues, immigration issues. As you know, being a foreigner, I'm sure many foreigners or immigrants can relate. You might experience some kind of issue at one point or the other in your life. If you haven't, thank God for that. But yeah, it was written at a time where I was going through a lot. And the song itself is just kind of like a love song to God about, him transforming my life, taking me out of crazy situations, and pretty much dusting me off and bringing me and molding me into the Kalisha J that you see today. Yeah.
Wow. So obviously that track is something that you're kind of dared to when you actually made the track, because obviously you've been through a lot of issues and things like that, and now you put that out on the track and etc. So that, what was the process like? And because when you're going through a lot and then now you're trying to output it through music, how was that process for you?
It was just a natural process. I've always been a writer. If not music, I would write poetry, and poetry, is very, very, I think it's just like music's songwriting sister, pretty much. A lot of songs are birthed from poems anyway. So, you get a sense of, how can I say, it just feels natural, to write, to songwrite, for me anyway. And it wasn't a hard process at all. I mean, the words came like in a day. The music came slightly later. Came slightly later. I was working with someone at the time, and I specifically said to that person, this is what I want to do for my solo music. And, I showed him an example of what I potentially wanted it to sound like, and he came up with his version. However, we're no longer working together, and fast forward to me finding an amazing producer by the name of KC Sounds. He is, honestly, he's dope. I'm not even gonna lie, he's dope. And so the production that you hear on G.O.D, my official version, this is what you hear. That is a KC Sounds production, and it just meshed immediately. His beat, my lyrics merged into one, and here we go. We've got G.O.D.
Cool. So what type of sound is it? Is it like a church song, or is it like a R&B, hip hop? What type of sound is it? What are people gonna be listening to when they hear this track?
Nah, this ain't your grandma kind of happy clappy song. No, not at all. It is pretty much like, I would say it is. Okay, let me give you an example that people would relate to. It is a mixture of Mary Mary's Message with the Rihanna sound.
All right, okay.
With a little mix of Future in between.
Cool.
So as you can tell, I'm not one of those gospel artists or artists that primarily just stick to one genre. Don't get me wrong, I absolutely love God. Jesus is my Lord and Savior. I'm spirit-filled, tongue-talking, Bible-knowing, praise and worship leading. However, we do have to see what is out there, see what is current, Do you know what I mean? And like the Bible says, sing unto the Lord a new song. How are we going to sing him a new song if we don't know what's new? Do you know what I mean? How are we going to reach people that don't know God if we don't know the language that they speak? Do you know what I mean? If we're not able to relate to them on their level, because as we know, God wasn't going around looking for people that, had it all together. He was chilling with the people that were the outcasts, the people that, that were the prostitutes. He was literally, with the people that society at the time were looking down on. And for me personally, my message, my mandate, should I say, the assignment that I've been given is to go out. I mean, not stay in the church and win souls that already know God. That's pointless. You already know God. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm here to meet people on their level, talk how they talk, because I'm a straight shooter. What you see is what you get, pretty much. And just relate with people from all walks of life, and show them that God is love. And you don't necessarily have to beat people over the head with the Bible for them to get the message that God's love can be found and it's accessible for them. Yeah.
No, I'm excited. I'm excited to hear this track. And because the way that you're describing it sounds like you've got that diversity to the sound, and
definitely
it sounds like you said, you've got a bit of Mary, he's got a bit of everything. So like, I'm looking forward to hearing this track. So what is going to be after this track? That's what I'm going to be interested in also.
Yes. So what's happening after G.O.D?
Yeah, what's happening with G.O.D?
I'm, like I said, I'm as excited or as, intrigued as you are about what's going to happen after G.O.D, because, really and truly, you never really know. You can have things planned, and things can go a totally different way. Do you know what I mean? Not in a negative way, because obviously, I'm very, very confident in the message of it. I don't know where it's going to go, but I do believe in God's ability to big himself up. Do you know what I mean? And to show himself in every form of music that glorifies his name. So for me, there's no limit to where we go after G.O.D. We have songs ready. We've got songs ready. We got music ready. We got videos ready. We've literally come ready. So it's pretty much a case where, where we're led and where the track goes is where we're gonna go. Pretty much.
Well, I'm just gonna, I'm pretty sad at the moment.
Why?
Why? Because like you said the videos already. You didn't even invite anyone like Visions TV Online to even come down to the video shoot. So I think we might as well just end this interview right now. What do you think?
No, don't be like that. Don't be like that. Trust me, there'll be so much for Visions TV and you and the entire team to be a part of. Trust me. You're good people. I get that vibe. So you're more than welcome to any show, any event, any photo shoot, any video shoot that I'm doing in the future. You're more than welcome to come. Definitely. So don't feel sad. Turn that frown upside down, as they say.
Amazing. So tell us, when is this track due to come out?
It is due to be released officially everywhere on all major distribution platforms on the 10th of May. So that is very, very soon. And I'm excited. I'm super excited. Like I'm so pumped. You know why I'm pumped? I will be completely honest with you. I'm pumped because it is a new venture. It's something that I've never done before. I've been a part of other people's projects. I've seen the pitfalls. I mean, the many pitfalls in the music industry, but I've also seen the many successes as well. So to be part of something that is my own, it's literally like I'm giving birth. You know what I mean? It's like I'm giving birth to a musical child. And it's exciting because you want to show everyone your child. You want to be like, here's my baby,
Yeah, of course.
You want everyone to really join the vision. And for me, not to be cheesy because your outlet is called Visions TV, but the vision for me actually even, doing music, and for putting out these types of tracks, as you'll hear eventually after G.O.D, you'll hear the other tracks that come out, is pretty much because we are living in times where, if you don't have a vision, if you don't stand for something, you'll literally just be one of the sheep that exists in the world. There's so many different messages out there that people can choose from. And for them to be able to choose one that will lead them to eternal salvation, you've got to be in their line of sight. Do you know what I mean? You've got to talk their language. You've got to reach them on their level, and so this is the vision. That is the goal of all of this, pretty much, so yeah, I'm excited. I'm super excited, a little bit nervous, which is normal.
No, don't be nervous. But
good nerves. Not the I'm scared and I'm about to pee myself kind of nerves. Like, not that kind of nerves. It's like like the butterflies in your stomach where you're like, oh, this is weird, but good. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. So that's the kind of nerves.
Well, I'm excited to hear this new track. I know that the team from your side is excited to release this track.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to hearing G.O.D and dropping on the 10th. Where can people find you on social medias? Where can the people find you? What's your social media handles?
They can find me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, all at Kalisha _J. So that is KALISHA _J. Please note, guys, I am most active on Instagram. I'm not even gonna lie.
With what you're strongest with, right?
Yeah. I had to take a little break from Facebook. Like, it was getting a bit much. So, but I'm definitely I'm back on Facebook and back on Twitter. So you'll definitely see updates from me, but I am most active on Instagram. And you can, send me a DM. I will always respond. Leave me a comment. I'm definitely one of those people that responds to everybody. And I mean everybody. We get it popping in the DMs.
That's cool.
No, not in that way. Not in that way. Not in that way, guys.
Oh gosh. No worries. Well, guys, you heard it. You heard Kalisha J. She's got a new track that's coming out on the 10th, which is called G.O.D. I know that this track is going to be popping. The way that she subscribed it today, it sounds like it's going to be amazing. You know where you can find her. She told us her social media handles. Make sure you follow her. Make sure you download, stream the track when it comes out. And Kalisha, I'm so glad that we had you online today. We're looking forward to seeing more of you. And make sure you get us in your next music video.
I will. Thank you so much. Honestly, thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it. I really, I don't take any of this for granted. I'm so excited that you're part of the journey. You're officially part of the journey now. So
come on now.
You committed on camera. We've got the footage.
There you go.
So thank you so much. Thank you.
No worries. And guys, God bless you. We catch up with you all soon.